Whiskey, Wine and Wisdom, featuring your hosts Dan
and James.
Okay, we're back again. We've got more things. Fact bomb, knowledge gasms.
Fact explosions.
Oh, hang on a sec. I'm gonna light a candle. Cheeky Irish coffees, and I've got a Rick and Morty branded Simple Rick candle, which I feel will aid us intellectually, because who doesn't want, nice smells? It's definitely got to. Yeah, I'm sure that helps brain function. It's got to, right?
I think we most probably find it one of our facts along these episodes. But yeah, candles.
I've yeah. There we go. So, it's a classy place. Candles are flickering. It's more romantic than I care to admit, but.
We're sitting next to each other.
Yeah.
We've got a candle and a couple of drinks. I hope my hand doesn't wander.
So the facts, yeah?
Yes.
It's just so this. All right, so this week we had a theme. The theme this week is history, right? Which is vague as hell, because technically everything is history up until this moment. Literally everything. So it's a pretty vague term, but I figured, I went with sort of fairly ancient history, or actually no, I've got all kinds of, so things that happened in the past, but it's, I think we can get more specific as we move on week to week, but we're going with history right now.
I've got a mixed bag of stuff. Yeah, I haven't really got a theme. I just went, Google, hi Google, what's some facts, history facts, and I've got some nice ones. I got one which is again like last time. Oh, I've got a really good one, but it wasn't really good because it's so big and inappropriate. But I think we're going to put it back on this one a little bit.
Okay. Yeah, cool. So I'll move the mic over a little bit so it's getting a bit more of you. I've actually got an introduction. I wrote an introduction.
Before you do your introduction,
Go on.
I just wanted to
Go on.
For the episodes we've already done before. I just wanted to do a small apology.
Yeah.
Because I did have a lot of spicy fruit juice, as I called it. I think if I've offended anyone in any way...
You didn't offend anyone. I've listened to it. You didn't do it, did you?
No, I offended myself because I've gone from talking normally, a bit like this. Okay, I was a bit drunk at the time. But towards the end of that it's like all the words are going... I was blending into one. And I don't know. I just thought, I feel nice, calmer, if I just say.
Mate, I think it was... Yeah, look, dude. Clinkies. Okay, it's all good. It's all good.
Cool.
Okay, so... I'm introducing it now, and I'll cut all that apology out. So it's fine.
Okay.
Or I might just beep the whole thing. They'll just think you were swearing.
Beep.
And I'll sort of say, wow, that was very topical. And
I dropped a C-bomb quite big last time.
I don't think it matters.
I know.
It's the internet.
My mum might listen to this.
They've got, all kinds of stuff on the internet.
Yeah.
There's websites with boobs on it. Honestly, it's pretty horrific.
Oh, I went on about that French advert. Yeah. Anyway,
honestly, it was more about the colour of toilet paper, as I remember. That was a bigger thing, right for you. And honestly, if you should apologise to anyone, it should be to me, because, goddamn, all right, everything I said was just like bullshit. Shut up, you're wrong. Anyway.
Right, well, I'll apologise to you then about the whole BS the whole time, but that whole toilet paper thing, no, I'm still calling BS on that.
Okay.
And that's the last time I'm going to do that for a while. Okay.
My first fact, I'm certain you're going to shoot down. But anyway.
Oh, here we go.
Anyway, all right. Anyway, drawing a line. History. History is the study of change over time, and it covers all aspects of human society: political, social, economic, scientific, technological, medical, cultural, intellectual, religious, and military developments are all part of history. It is believed that roughly 97% of history has been lost over time. Written accounts of history only started about 6,000 years ago. Modern humans first appeared 200,000 to 300,000 years ago. So pretty much everything we talk about is only from a very small sliver of time. And most of those things, I'm assuming, because we got them online, will probably be wrong as well. So don't count on any of this to be accurate or true or any kind of reasonable idea. Just don't hang your hat on any of this stuff. But I've tried to verify what I've searched here. It seems to be True, but anyway,
I'll be the judge of that.
yes, you will. I'm certain you will. All right, as the game will start, are you ready to decide who starts?
Yep.
Rock, paper, scissors. Yeah. Oh, no, right.
So what we'll do?
We'll count to three. We'll do it properly.
1, 2, 3, splooge. Yeah.
Okay.
1, 2, 3, splooge. Oh,
Hey!
Oh no.
Ah, paper, Joe, rock. Okay. Okay. The Eiffel Tower. The Eiffel Tower was built in the late 19th century as a marketing. It was something. It was a World Fair or something, but there was a big marketing thing, and they built it. It was supposed to be temporary. I mean, it's just a giant fucking scaffold. It's not really very... I don't know why it's so regarded. I think it looks like crap, but I always did. Anyway, but it was supposed to be scrapped. And they didn't know what to do with it because the scrapping cost was so much and steel was worth quite a bit of money. So they were trying... They started a board to scrap it. They had a guy head the board. He sold it to people, pocketed the money, fucked off. He did that 3 times. He got arrested. By that point, steel had become devalued. I think because of the Eastern markets that opened up. This is 1893. I'm loosely remembering this, right? Anyway, to that point, it became too costly to knock it down, so they kept it. And eventually they turned it into... They added more stuff to it, and I think there was the restaurant upstairs and all that crap. That was later on. But up until that, it was a viewing tower, but it lost interest. No one gave a fuck about it. It was like, it was built, everyone was like, oh, this is great, it's really good. And then it was like a year later, they didn't give a crap, and then it was like 30 years on, they're like, dude, this is an eyesore. It's, beautiful Paris, all this, beautiful buildings, and they've got this giant fucking scaffold in the middle. And now it's just accepted that it's it's quintessentially French, isn't it? It's like, oh, Paris, you go there, you need to see the Eiffel Tower. But actually, it's just a scaffold. It was supposed to be temporary, and it was only built to see how high you could build a building. That's why it's the shape it is, that's why it's built the way it was. They were like, I bet we can build it really, really high, and that was the way to build it high. They didn't know any other way of doing it.
It's all about triangles.
It's all about triangles.
Strength in triangles.
Pyramids had it down. They were like... but anyway, so that's why it is... I was right. It's a piece of crap.
I'd still like to climb it, though, at one point.
Oh, no, that's to that.
No, honestly, I'll be scared of scrap because it's really, really high. And,
yeah.
I don't do...
I mean, it's plenty high. I mean, it's a decent construction. I mean, it's like, yeah, no, well done. Nice and high. But... it's just scaffolding. I mean, like, there's so many beautiful buildings in Paris, and that it does. I think it always looked really out of place to me, but I don't know. It's one of those things that's sort of been romanticised by probably movies and all that stuff. But it's just you're a Frenchness in you. What are your feelings towards?
My Frenchness is quite minuscule, which is French for that minimum.
He's talking about his penis.
Oh no.
Sorry, I misunderstood. I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry.
I think it's. It's good. I'll be honest with you. I've not got any interest in it apart from, like I said, climbing it. But this is like a Spider-Man type thing. I'd wanna, and that's not going to happen. I'm not going to climb it. And if I do, I will get a couple of stories up and I'll fall. And not good things will happen. I don't know. I think it's doing good. I think
it's doing good.
Yeah.
It's doing good. I just choked on my drink. It's doing good. Okay, cool. No, it's definitely, it's ticking the box. Definitely is a tower.
It's the fanciest bit of fly tipping I've ever seen.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. All right. Oh God, I hope the value of steel doesn't go back up because they'll take that thing down. All right. Fact me.
Alright. Dear. This one.
Go on.
The sinking of the Titanic was predicted. Who could have predicted the sinking of the Titanic? ? It turns out that author Morgan Robertson may have. In 1898, he published the novella, which I think is novel. But
small novel.
Yeah,
novelette.
The novelette, The Wreck of the Titan, in which a massive British ocean liner with a lack of lifeboats on board hits an iceberg and sinks in the North Atlantic Ocean. Wow. That's what it says on the wow.
I was going to say you read the wow.
Yeah.
I could tell from the delivery. Yeah. You weren't reading, you're like, wow.
Wow.
What ow.
Sure can really sing.
I think I don't think he predicted it. I think boats just sunk all the time.
That makes sense.
I think boats just because he had a sister ship and there was a rumor that they'd swapped over, but that's bollocks. It didn't get swapped. But there was a bunch of other boats from the same place. They all got like smashed into or sunk and the Atlantic was like crazy dangerous as well. So I think it was just one of those things like boats just sank a lot. Just like I think it's just, but interesting.
I like it. The boat's called
The Titan.
The Titan. I read the wrong bit there. Wreck of the Titan. Titan.
Yeah, Titan.
Yeah.
Titan. Titanic.
Titanic is Titan. I see. So did the
and icebergs are icy. Oh no! All right, fair play. No, we crushed it. Yeah, okay. All right, no, definitely.
I didn't see that bit.
Well, no, the way you said it, you had to hear it.
Titan ice.
Titan plus ice sunk them. Well, I think we're through Looking Glass now. Okay, we'll be starting a new podcast series, uncovering the Titan ick.
No, because kids use that one. Oh, I got the ick.
What that has a meaning, isn't it? What's it?
Yeah.
Is that when you?
Oh, it's disgusting. It's got an ick. Like when you scratch your bum and you sniff your fingers. Like, oh, legs with the ick. I don't know.
Isn't that?
Not that I do that because I don't.
Isn't that a relationship thing though? Isn't it the ick, like the thing where you? I don't know. I'm sure that's a thing.
Oh, I don't fucking get
it. Shake your fist, kids.
Kids.
Hey. Okay. All right. Fact. All right. This is actually this. I found this out a little while ago, but so I'm sniffing. I'm very sniffy. So during the Second World War, okay,
yeah,
when war was first, predicted, it was like 38. Before it was actually we went to war, Germans were gearing up. It looked like it was going that way, and then 39 before the Battle of Britain, before actually Britain entered into the war, but but there were all these pamphlets made up about. They predicted rationing. They planned ahead. They were a good government. I mean, it's mad to think because today's like it's a complete shit show. We can't predict anything. We're just reactionary. Everything's just like infighting and bullshit and secret parties and oh god, I'm not getting into politics, but yeah, they were quite ahead of they were playing the game. Anyway, so they had these pamphlets made up and they were giving them out to everyone and Sorry, brain fell off that. I'm going to read it again.
Pamphlets and rations.
But they predicted rationing. So, yes, this is the crazy thing, right? So they also said, well, because rationing will kick in, there'll be limited resources. Pets are a luxury. And they suggested, they didn't, if this was never legally mandated, it was just, we suggest you think about euthanizing your pet for the war effort, for the country. Just so, rationing goes further. It's probably in the best interest of you and your household. Probably want to think about killing your pets. Probably want to think about it, right? They didn't tell anyone to do it, right? But 50,000 people did. 50,000 completely healthy pets were euthanized at the outbreak of the Second World War because the people of the country were so in lockstep with the government. They were like, absolutely, Mr. Boss Man. And they went and just took, Flappy the dog down to the,
No.
You know what I mean? Can you imagine if they made it law today? Say Russia kicks off and it's all terrible. When we release this, it may have happened. But let's say it all kicks off, right? Oh, come on, let's not pretend this is... But, imagine there was a full-on actual war, and they didn't just suggest it, they full-on said, you've got to kill your pets because we can't afford to feed them. Everyone would give the middle finger. They'd be like, do one, son, right? That's the difference with the government people. Anyway, I just thought it was crazy. 50,000 pets. That blew my mind. Couldn't deal with it.
I'm going to live in a shed with my cat.
I know you. That's the thing, I know you would. I can't imagine, I'll put my dog down. He don't eat a thimble of bloody, he eats nothing. And if things get really tough, yeah, there's a lovely meal there.
Yeah.
There's at least a casserole out of him, it's just... But anyway...
and he's a sausage dog.
I know, it's in the name.
Sausage casserole.
Seems like a waste of good protein. But yes, crazy mental. 50,000. Blew my mind. Off a pamphlet.
I might have missed the whole point of it. Why?
Because of resources.
So so.
If you've got all these pets. We're struggling to feed the people. We can't be fucking around with pets, can we? You know what I mean?
Nah, I don't get. I can see the theory behind it, but that's. Oh. No, I'm not gonna say it.
Well, I have no idea what you were going to say.
I was gonna say I've gone beach on the government before, so that's having to do that. The not saying that you're bullshitting. I'm saying that the government are that made up thing. But I'm gonna stop talking now. Sorry.
What do you mean they make it up? You can still buy. You can buy the pamphlets. I've seen them. You can buy copies of them today. But like that was a real advertising thing. And off the back of it, that was the amount of animals that were healthy animals that were euthanized in that period.
I've seen Marley and Me. I didn't like it.
That's not related, is it? That's a different thing.
No, this is a dog died. No.
That's not the. Yeah, but that was an old dog, and it was it was at the end of his life. This is little little Fluffy, Now let's give him let's do a generic name.
Stephen.
Trebor, right?
Trebor.
Trebor the Basset Hound. He's 3 years old, perfectly healthy.
Cool, he sounds mint.
He's bloody lovely. I'd say you joke around, but he is, and he's minty fresh, and he's a good little boy. And Marion is his owner. She's like, I love my Trebor. He's a lovely dog. Pamphlet comes to your door. Put down your dog for the war effort. Oh no. Oh, I am sad. Trebor, get your lead. Come on. Let's go have some lovely murder. And that's what they did. But that's what they did. Because they were like, the boss man says I'll put a dog down. And they went down the vets, and the vets were like, absolutely, of course. Absolutely. And this is probably before, this was like the 39. So, they've got like lovely put down drugs now. They probably just had a hammer back then. These were dark times, right? I'm just saying, you don't know how tough it was, man. Ration books, fair enough, but like, you mallet your poor puppies. Anyway, fact.
Hi, puppet.
Yeah. Next puppet.
Oh dear. Oh no, the whack-a-mole. That's how. Yeah, sorry. Where am I going to? I got my fact. Right. Okay. Napoleon Bonaparte was attacked by a horde of bunnies.
I've heard this at some point. So no, tell me more.
So I'm just going to read out verbatim, right?
Is that it? I think that was a Monty Python film, wasn't it?
What, Napoleon Bonaparte and the bunnies? Napoleon Bonaparte. He walked into the Ann Summers warehouse, and the boxes all fell on him in the road. No. He may have been a famous conqueror, but Napoleon may have met his match during a rabbit hunt gone wrong. At his request, the rabbits were released from their cages, and instead of fleeing, they went straight for Bonaparte and his men.
Bunnies don't fuck. No, it's bunnies. They don't fuck about. If they're they got a guard there, then bundems, mini buns.
Yeah.
Hot cross buns.
What was the name of the rabbit in Monty Python?
Oh, I don't know, because they don't call it rabbit, do they? They called it I don't know. It was Holy Grail and the evil one or something. I can't remember. It was something like that. And he goes, "It's a rabbit. What are you talking about?" Anyway, I'm not going to recite Monty Python. He goes, "No, you don't." All right, facts.
Go.
This is a boring fact, but I found it interesting, so you have to live with it now. Okay.
Oh, we go.
So, ancient Greece. The ancient Greeks invented many things, from cheesecake to vending machines.
Squeeze me?
They had vending machines in ancient Greece, right? They were coin operated, but instead of chocolate bars, they had holy water. Because holy water, I assume, was a Catholic church. It's con, isn't it, right? Talk some bollocks over some water and it becomes magic, right? But they did that in ancient Greece as well. But they had different. Holy water was like. But it was, pre-Christianity. It was like, I don't know, Apollo or whatever the fuck, right? So whatever, that's one of the ancient gods.
Apollo Creed,
yeah. But yeah, so they'd have a coin-operated device that ensured worshippers received only the allotted amount of holy water in the absence of a priest. So they put in their, coin, and yeah, this was widespread in most temples around ancient Greece. I thought that was really mental, because coin-operated anything seems so synonymous with just modern times. But I thought, thousands of years ago, they're like, ka-ching, splash, excellent. They're just like. And I mean, I don't know, like, if you get... I assume you have to have, like, a little bucket for your holy water, or, like, you put your hands in. I don't know what that is.
I was just going to ask, do you get one of those?
I don't know what it's for.
Crappy clicks cups which just go, pops down.
But exactly, but then what do you do with a little cup of holy water? They've gone to, like, they've literally... Because, I mean, like, if you bought a vending machine today, that's an expense. Back then, they had to invent that shit. That didn't exist. So they're like, I need to be able to give out an allotted amount of holy water. Because also, right, and this is the fucked up thing, right, they could just pray over a lake and that whole lake is holy, right? Because there's not... It's like, it doesn't... I joke about this. I went down to the friars, the local priory, where all the monks, walk around and, but exactly, right? We're on the same page, right?
Yeah.
So they're there and they're selling the holy water. I'm like, if I bought one, say we all needed some holy water, and I bought one, and I put it into like a couple of litres of... Did I dilute it? Is it like 30% proof now because I've diluted it into 2 litres of water, or is it equally amount? What's the transitive properties of this, right? How can I just pour that? If I pour that into drinking water, is drinking water holy? And if that's the case, why don't they just pray over drinking water? What kind of bastards are they trying to monetize this shit? So I just wonder. But they obviously felt back then, they were like, we need to monetize this holy water that we're praying over. And it's just such a con. But the fact that they created a new technology, they created a vending machine in ancient Greece, years BC, and I just think that's crazy. I think it's mental. But it's interesting. And I found it interesting, and so therefore you must find it interesting too, because I dictate what you find interesting, because that's how this works.
I do find that interesting, a vending machine, but probably I keep thinking of you're looking through the glass panel and you've got all these numbers that you've got to try and press. So you put your coin in, you've got to press your number, and you can see a little turny thing come down, and your holy water's getting closer, it's about to drop, and it gets stuck. No! And you're banging on the vending machine to try and get it to drop down.
I assume that's exactly how it went. I'm certain that's exactly how it went. And you had ancient Greeks in their togas just like banging on the glass to little vials. I don't know, not vials, it'd be some sort of pottery or something, some sort of clay. What's the word? I forgot what the word is. But yeah, that's some clay pot full of holy water, which presumably would smash on the bottom anyway. I mean, I doubt they've had all the kinks worked out, but still, it's crazy days, mate. Crazy days. Anyway.
They come like Dragon's Den.
Dragon's Den, yes.
I've got an idea,
yeah.
Right? It's big stuff. You put your coins in there, and it's the sport comes out, and then Greeky Valentine, what about the children? And things...
I don't think Duncan Valentine was... He's an old boy, actually, might have been around by then. But no, I'm saying, Dragon's Den must have been a piece of piss back then, because nothing had been invented yet. So everything you go on is like, fuck me, that's amazing, because nothing exists. There's been 7 inventions. One of them's the wheel, so like, there's well, I've got to put 4 wheels on and make a kind of platform in between them. And I'm like, that's amazing. I'll give you the 50,000 denarii, but I want 20% of your car.
Can I go talk to the wall? Okay. If I can get Deborah.
No, alright, so this is fucking... on Dragon's Den,
yeah.
The host guy, the weird sort of tall guy who's like...
Oh, yeah, a lot of forehead.
Did he have loads of makeup on sometimes? It used to really throw me. He'd have like all this eye glitter on and shit, and I'm like, no one's going to mention this, because he's like an old white man in a suit, but he's just got like loads of mascara and shit on. I'm like, that's a bit weird. It just threw me a little bit. It seemed a bit incongruous, but then no one ever mentioned it, and no one seems to have noticed it. And I'm like, am I mental? Like, he's like...
I've not... I think I'm going to have to go and...
Yeah, okay. I might have to Google it. I might be high on crack again. I'm gonna top up our drinks. I'm gonna get some more drink. I'm gonna pause you, just gentle viewer, listener, hearing man, woman, child thing.
Good night.
We'll be right back. Pausing now. Okay.
Welcome back to part 2.
Okay. Excellent. Right. So when?
Yeah.
All right. So, I was slagging off vending machines. That was it. Okay. So,
And presenters of Dragon's Den.
yes. Deborah Meaden.
Deborah Mead and 2 veg.
Okay.
Thank you.
We're on the. It's got old school. Bit of Jack Daniels.
And the Chivas Regal.
Is it Regal or Regal? I don't know. It feels like it should be sort of a slow word. I don't know. It's Scotch though. It's Scotch.
Chivas Regala. That was not a. Again, this is why I apologise for things. I'm really, yeah.
You commit. I respect it.
Yeah, that wasn't an accent of any sort.
Rather a shit accent than no accent at all.
Although, after watching that programme, I can never say what it is. The Tourist? I'm going to go with The Tourist.
Yeah.
Anyway, they go to Scotland, Ireland, and they say...
Scotland is free.
And they say Jesus a lot, but with a Scottish accent, and I think I got it down to a T.
Go on.
Jesus!
Jesus.
I think it's just an awesome accent. And again, as you say, I'm got Irish in me too. From my papa's side.
Take it out. Oh, sorry.
He sent me out my bum what a cord. Again, sorry.
Tell me a fact, James. Tell me a fact.
Facts, okay. That's smooth. So, my fact. So, talking of big erections, like the Eiffel Tower.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
So, the Statue of Liberty used to be a lighthouse.
That makes sense.
For 16 years, the majestic statue served as a working lighthouse. Lady Liberty was perfect for the job too. Her torch is visible for 24 miles. Watch this video about more. I can't show the video.
Why did you read it?
Because it was written there.
You gone full Ron Burgundy there, like, watch this video for more?
Oh dear.
Good night, San Diego. Mate, fucking hell. Okay, yeah. Well, no, it's just that's the See, James is such a professional. He doesn't even know what he's doing until after he's done it. It's just autopilot, isn't it? It's all instinct.
All about committing.
It's all about committing.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's interesting, and it makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
I didn't know that, but it does make sense because it's a giant fucking torch, and yeah. I have nothing to add. I don't think though.
Just accept it.
I don't see any need to fight it. I don't know why anyone would. Why would I disagree with something you'd said? That seems mental.
Yeah.
Okay, I've got an interesting fact for you.
Oh, here we go.
The ancient Greeks used pessoi, pebbles, or ostraka as toilet paper. Ostraka were broken pieces of ceramic pottery, smoothed down around the edges if you were lucky. They used pieces to scrape and wipe as best they could. The process was so popular, it was immortalised in a 2,700-year-old drinking cup and mentioned several times in the Talmud. Now, yeah, toilet paper is a very recent, grand scheme of human history, it's quite a recent thing.
Especially the green French stuff.
I know in the Middle East for a while they used to use their hand and they'd have a cloth, like a rag, to wipe their hand on afterwards. So, yeah, they just have... it was a more efficient way of doing it, or whatever. In Rome, they had a sponge on a stick. You should scrub your ass with a sponge. But yeah, no, they used to have a scraping disc they'd have in the toilets. Which I think... Do you remember the Demolition Man? The film Demolition Man?
Oh, I've not seen it for a long time, but...
Do you remember the 3 seashells? You know, he goes into the toilet and he goes like, where the fuck's toilet paper? And they're like, there's 3 seashells. He doesn't know how to use the 3 seashells. Ripping the piss out of Stallone the whole film, like, the 3 seashells. And I'm like, well, there's shells. I mean, I assume it's just for scraping the shit off, right? I assume it's what it must be, right? He just wants to take a dump and he can't. The whole film, he's like, he's so backed up, and he's like chasing after, Wesley Snipes, and he's just like, I just need a crap, and I can't because there's no bog roll anywhere. This is mental. And in the end, he has a lovely dump, and he bangs Sandra Bullock, and that's how the film ends, because that's what the future. I think the future in that film is happened already now, because it was made in '93, set in '96, and then he went to the future 25 years. So yeah, that's happened now. That's already happened. So where have my seashells? I want my seashells, or my ostraka. I want my ostraka, because apparently it's Bella. Greeks are smarter than we are, surely, and they were using an ostraka instead of just wadded up bits of toilet paper. What are we, bloody animals, right? Just using leaves, basically, aren't we? Just refined quilted leaves.
Quilted, double quilted leaves. You don't get them on trees, do you? Double quilted palm trees. Oh, that'd be good for toilet paper.
No, you don't.
No. See? Engineered. Brexit.
I'm not sure your point. I'm not sure what you were leaning at.
No, I'm not ever.
Are you? I don't know. Are you pro or anti bog roll now?
I don't know.
You don't know if you're up for bog roll.
I'll be honest with you. I kind of like it. I think it's quite a necessity.
Yeah, no, I think you didn't need it. I just think I was just being a bit silly about having scrapey stones.
Well, the whole shell things, and I said that I don't want a hermit crab living up my bum accidentally.
I think that would be difficult. I don't think that would happen. No, I don't think that would happen. I mean, it probably would. There's going to be an outlier. Someone's going to, because I bet their eggs are really small. Let's not think about it. I don't like this at all.
Underwater animal shells. I need the toilet. Pass me to Gary. Meow.
All right.
SpongeBob.
Tell me a fact. I didn't like that at all. That was horrible.
Okay, yeah. Well, I've got, considering my name, is James, or Lord Jambosi, being a lord because someone might have bought me some land. Well, me and my fair lady. Some land.
Oh yeah. Scottish lords.
Yeah.
Laird
and Laird.
Laird and lady.
So anyway, the last letter added to the alphabet. What do you think the last letter? This is going to sound silly. What do you think the last letter added to the alphabet was?
I know they changed one and they split one into two. So I can't remember which one it was though. Is it E?
Nope.
Go on, tell me.
J.
Oh, because James. Yeah, I should have.
Yeah.
Because James Marcel Styles. That's right? Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah, Marcel. Marcel.
I can say it when I'm swishing my whiskey. Marcel. I just think it make me sound a bit more posh than I actually am.
What, Marcel?
Yeah.
You say French. I don't know. I've got no idea. I don't know of the class system in France with regards to names. Is it a posh French name or is it just a bullshit French name?
No, it's just bog standard.
Yeah, everyone's called Marcel in France.
Yeah. Even if you're not, you are.
Yeah, because like if I went down a high street in France and we're like Marcel, everyone would turn around, right?
Yeah, everyone. Even my mum, whose name's Solange, but it's Marcel really.
I'm not sure Solange is a name.
It means sun angel. Yeah.
Oh, your mum's lovely, so I can see that.
She's got yellow hair, so she might be part sun.
She's part sun.
No.
Hello, Solange, if you're listening. Happy whatever day it is.
Although, when we looked at who's listened, lots like this percentage of the UK.
Yeah.
Have listened, and then there's like 4% of France. There's like, that's
4% of France has listened to this podcast. Yes.
But thank you.
Thank you, France.
Let's try and get some Irish on there now, and some Scottish.
I don't know if you keep fucking with the accents. We're not going to get any. Okay.
It's bad enough what I'm doing already. Anyway, so the last letter.
Let's keep the drink off the shelf actually, because it's probably banging around with the mic.
Oh, sorry.
Don't apologise to me. Apologise to them.
Sorry, listeners. And 4% of France. So, French listeners, sorry. That's
Say it in French.
Sorry.
Say it in French.
I don't know enough French to be able to say that.
Seriously?
Okay. Le trans de quatre personnes qui habite en France. Je suis désolé. Je suis très désolé. Parce que... Bien le potiwam. That's it. That's it.
And I'm sorry too.
And again, I've butchered the French language. Honestly, some people might go, actually, I kind of work out what you're saying.
Yeah.
But I've never been the one who can speak a lot of the French words. It's always been my brother, my little sister, my mum, obviously, being a French one.
You mean your whole family? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Your whole family apart from you?
Yeah, everyone apart from me. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Anyway, no, J.
Yeah, sorry. So J was added last.
The letters of the alphabet were not added in the order you might assume.
No.
Based on the song we learned as kids. A, B,
Don't.
C.
No. Vetoing. No.
Damn you.
That'll kill 5 minutes.
For example, rather than Z, it was actually J that joins the alphabet last.
Yeah.
Again, they're still not saying why it would have. Why I don't. I'm gonna call. No, I'm not gonna call BS. That's wrong.
Yeah, it's your fact. Why are you calling bullshit on your own fact?
Because it's not called bullshit. That's the wrong choice of words. Incorrect vernacular. Why would they go? Oh, here's the alphabet. A B C blah blah blah. Missing out J. Go straight to Z. Oh, or let's put a J in there. Let's just squeeze it squeaky in there in the middle somewhere. Why not put it at the end? Why not X Y Z J? I think that'll make it a bit more funkier. X Y Z J. X Y Z J.
I was going to call bullshit, but I'm down for that. You turned like the alphabet song into like a Jamiroquai song. It's kind of just.
A B C D E F G H I J K A.
Whoa.
Oh no J. So
We're not doing H, okay?
Not H.
Not H.
No?
H. We're doing H.
Oh, okay.
I'm that prick. I'm sorry. I'm not having it.
One of those, are you?
I'm one of them. I'm sorry. I have very few scruples when it comes to the grammar Nazi bullshit.
So you don't like Hamish McH?
Hamish is a name. Hamish, but the letter H is pronounced H, and I decry all of you Philistines for butchering it. It's the one thing that I'll get up on my little horsey and I'll go nay.
Right.
Nay.
Okay. How do you spell the word atrium?
Atrium.
Yeah. What does it begin with?
A.
Yeah. I don't know why I brought that into context. H. There you go. Atrium.
H-trium?
Atrium.
H-trium.
That's if you spell it with H-trium. That sounds completely wrong. That's if you spell it with a H.
You've drunk so little to justify this amount of bullshit coming out. This is like dribbling down your chin of just full on just wank. All right.
It's pure James, baby.
So the alphabet's bullshit is what you're saying. It was added to... Well, I know the original... I know it derives from the Arabic. I'm sure it's in Arabic. The alphabet's Arabic. And...
Makes sense.
Well, no, I mean, but I know it's been changed over time. I know like a lot of the old... the old Shakespeare shit. Like, a lot of it, like A's and E's were put together. They I forgot the name of the letter that was like an A put together. But there were lots of like things like that, and they just over time, language evolved, and they probably were making J sounds with different letters together, and they were like, let's make a letter for that sound, and let's give them their own, split it up. It just makes it easier. So that's what tends to happen. They try and make a sound, and the sound can't make the sound phonetically. So they're like, well, we're using these 3 letters to make this one sound. So after a certain point, you're like, maybe that sound deserves its own letter. I'm sure that's what happens. I don't know how they decide that. I know this is a lot of Oxford bods, and they do things, very clever letter things. But interesting, if true.
Okay. We're shaking on that.
Shake on that.
Okay.
Romans brushed their teeth with powdered mouse brains because obviously powdered mouse brains are minty, and that's why.
Of standard, yeah.
And they would use urine as mouthwash.
That takes the piss.
Doesn't take it. Swishes it about. Does spit it out afterwards after a while. But no, because it pisses you ammonia in it, which is actually quite good for cleaning. So it does kill bacteria. So that's why they did it. I mean, I don't think they... They probably would. I mean, the thing is, to discover that, because they don't understand how bacteria works in ancient Rome, right? So that means at some point someone's doing that because he wants to. So someone wanted to do that. They're swishing piss around for a long time. They're like, and then like maybe after a decade of that, they're like, you know, I can't think of a Roman name. Nero. His teeth are very clean, aren't they?
Isn't that a coffee paste?
Yes. Named after a famous piss swisher from Rome. So he's swishing piss around his mouth for like a decade, and they're like, hang on a minute, the guy who stinks of piss all the time does have very clean teeth. Maybe we should all do it. And that's how they learned to do it, because there was no bacterial theory. They weren't like going, oh, that will kill bacteria. It's not good. They just, or to be fair, they used piss to clean clothes. They used piss for everything. Like the piss was traded so much in Rome, they used to tax it. There was a piss tax because there was so much trade was built. They used to have like these amphoras. Amphora, that was the word I was kind of. They had those clay amphoras. They had them all around, and they'd like people. If you needed piss, you'd piss in the amphora outside like the clothes shop, and they'd go, "Oh, brilliant! We've got some lovely hot piss to work with, to clean all the clothes and stuff, and to dye clothes. They used them to dye the clothes because ammonia was really good. So piss was a major thing in Rome, and powdered mouse brains on a toothbrush, which they also invented. So they were all about dental health. So were the Egyptians, although they used even more disgusting shit. But
Egyptians are pretty cool.
I've got some cool Egyptian shit coming up that will make you think they're less cool.
Oh.
I'm pretty sure.
Oh, okay.
But anyway, yeah, Romans, lovely. Don't get off with a Roman, I would say. If you're in Rome, you're like, she's a bit fine. Or he, I don't mind. Just maybe don't get all tonguey because, you know. Piss and monkey and mouse brains.
So you say about the whole how healthiness, bacteria, all that sort of stuff.
Yes.
I want to bring back in last episodes, again, sponsored by XML.
Very sorry. Go on.
Healthy bacteria.
Yes.
That's defined as a healthy bacteria.
Sure.
Mouse piss, rat piss, whatever piss. How's that? That can't be healthy.
No, it's not. No. But there's ammonia in piss. That's what makes it stink. It's the ammonia, and ammonia does kill bacteria.
Would it not cause any other damage?
Probably. You stink of piss.
Apart from the stank.
I mean, your relationships would fall apart. No one would be around you, and you'd be chugging on piss all the time, which I just don't think is what you want.
Pass me like mouse white.
But
down in one.
But I mean, everything, every decision you make in life there's a toss up. It's like, well, I could have stank breath or I could have piss breath and good teeth. I don't know. It's like, it's ancient Rome. Tough decisions that were required. But they evidently they picked a side in that one. I don't know if I would have gone the way they went, but knowing what they know, maybe I would have. Who knows? All I know is ancient Romans chugged on piss and scrubbed mouse brains into their... I don't know how you come up with mouse brains being... Because, like, if you get a mouse and then you're like, a mouse brain must be so small. And you must have to get, like, a fuckload of mouse brains together to get enough, like, toothpaste out of it. And then you're like, I better grind that into my teeth. I just can't work out the thinking. How did you get... it's like A to B to C. I want my teeth to be clean. I've created this brush for scrubbing. I want some sort of gel or paste to put on this brush to clean my teeth. Obviously, I'm swilling around piss afterwards. Obviously, given. Or I'm not even going to discuss that. That's a given. That's obviously going to be the case. But I need some sort of paste or something. What can I make a paste out of? And the mouse runs in front of you like... brains. Fucking mouse brains. It's just, I don't know, that leap seems just unfathomable to me. I can't work that out. That seems like such an insane... I mean, they probably had some mice knocking around, but then they had to be testing it on everything, right? They probably tried, like, dog brains. Oh, no. It's all, it's just not, I don't feel fresh. Cat brains, no. Rat brains, not quite. Squirrel brains, getting close. And you just, like, work it out, and you're like, mouse brains, there we go. How many animals' brains were smeared on teeth before they come up with mouse brains being the way you need to clean teeth? I just don't understand how you got to mouse brains. Honestly, the swishing around piss makes more sense to me than the mouse brains by quite a margin.
I'm just going to put it out there.
Please do.
Dude, I think you're taking this to heart. Dude.
You think I'm getting too serious with the mice? I just don't see why you don't care about mice.
I do, but aspirin, sponsored by Colgate.
Oh, fuck. To be fair, I don't know what it's made of, is it? I know there's fluoride in it, but that's all they know. Covered in fluoride.
Fluoride was the name of the mouse scientist.
Yes, that's right. If we call all that mice fluoride, they say full of fluoride. Good for your teeth, full of fluoride. And it's just fluoride to mouse. That might be genius. You know, like when they called, was it that beef flavouring they put in burgers? They called it like natural flavourings. They called the flavouring natural flavouring, but it's actually just beef and E numbers and shit. So like they just renamed it like, oh, it's natural flavourings.
Natural flavouring, come here, natural flavouring.
But
yeah,
there we go. Okay, cool. So disgusting Romans, bless them.
Okay, so you said about an interesting Egyptian facts.
Yeah, cool.
Well, I want to send one your way as well.
You better not have mine.
I'm going to start with this one. Cleopatra.
Yeah.
Oh, is that what Cleopatra wasn't actually Egyptian.
Was she Greek? Because I know like her ancestors were Greek. Was she still? Were they still?
So, a descendant of Alexander the Great's Macedonian general Ptolemy, yeah. Historians believed that the famous queen was actually from Manchester. No.
Birmingham. some brummy cunt just like.
Cleopatra's actually from Brumland.
Yeah, it's just.
Like, can you run with that bath? Put milk in bath. No, you was right. You shout my facts. Yeah, Greek. It's actually Greek. Like the yogurt, but you know.
Yeah.
I want Brummy Cleopatra now.
Brummy Cleopatra. Brummy Patra.
Or West Country Cleopatra.
So, but yeah, so to clarify, she wasn't from Birmingham. Birmingham. She was from Greece. She's a Greek descendant, but I assume they hadn't cross-pollinated with the local Egyptians much.
No.
Because I know like Ptolemy took over Greece after he was one of Alexander's generals, and then he ran that shit, and then he had the family. They just ran that shit up until Cleopatra, and then it was Roman because Cleopatra kind of fucked it a little bit. She didn't have much choice. It's difficult time.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, okay. I got a French one for you.
Okay.
So this is on you. You are. In fact, no. Our French listeners, right? This is your history, and you need to fucking listen, right? Because you got some shit to answer for, right? In 1386, a pig was executed in France.
A pig.
A pig, right?
Cochon.
The pig attacked a child. Fair play, right? The child later died of his injuries, right? But the pig, right, was arrested. He was kept in prison for several months, sent to court, stood trial for murder, was found guilty, and then was executed by hanging. And the hanging, honestly, is the thing that fucks me off the most. Because that's not how you kill a pig. And then why were you arresting a pig? And I don't understand any part of it.
If you're going to arrest it, you blatantly can't put it in cuffs. Because they have wrists.
I don't even know if they had handcuffs. It's 1386, man. But they probably had just hog-tied it. There you go, hog-tied. Hoggy hog. But, yeah.
So the Greeks can invent vending machines, but, people can't invent handcuffs. All right.
As I say, like 2,000 years earlier, the Greeks are making vending machines, right? And then 2,000 years later, the French are like, that pig killed my dad. Arrest him, take him away. Haw-hee. And they're just walking him down the road, and they put him in prison for months. So they're feeding a pig, and they're like, I'm going to get you, you fucking pig. And they take him to court. How can he defend himself in court? They took him to court. A judge said, guilty. Hang him. Did they still eat him?
Now, I think you've got this fact. Correct, but not correct. I'm not calling bullshit on it because I'm not using that. But it basically.
Okay, right, please tell me. Talk to me.
A pig, right?
Yes.
Spider pig, but done this bad thing, oh, they've arrested the pig. Oh, but they kept it in prison for this. No, they're dry curing it, and then they go to court. It wasn't. That's the butcher's talking about. Oh, what are we going to do with this pig? They're basically looking how to cook it. So they got like a long dry cure, which is prison.
Mm-hmm.
Then they hang it upside down to drain the blood out of it. Again, that's what they do, and then they eat it. I think that's what it is. It's just a long-winded cooking process, and the child who got injured, whatever. I think he's working for the butcher just to get it framed. Pig. They framed the pig. The pig was wrongly incarcerated.
I think you're a French apologist, and I think you're not accepting the crimes of your people, and not even the crimes, the ridiculousness of your people. I mean, I can understand you killing a pig. You killed your kid. I get it. All right. I just don't understand the bullshit. Just don't understand it. But anyway, it's fine. Weird though. A weird choice. I'd have thought, like, if a dog bites someone, you generally, like, if a dog attacks someone, they put the dog down, right? And they've probably always done that. And I would assume the same thing would happen to a pig. But I don't understand the courtroom. I can understand the whole thing. I don't really get hanging him. I would have thought you just bleed him out, and that's what you do. I don't know. I'm not getting into it. But it's a weird one. Interesting. Bizarre.
Awesome.
That was all.
Okay.
All right, go on.
Right, what have I got then? What have I got? Oh, okay. There were real Avengers.
Fuck off, that's literally my next fact.
Yeah. Got there first.
Literally, I'm not even fucking kidding, right?
Do you want to read a line each?
Well, no, I paraphrased and I wrote my own shit, but okay.
I'll tell you, well, I'm just reading verbatim, so do you want to read it out? Because you most probably worded it better.
Alright, so... Okay.
My facts, but it's just been read for me. Dictated, not read.
Before the Avengers you know, from the 2012 action movie, they were inspired by the comic books of the same name. But the comic book from the 60s was actually inspired by a real group of Jewish, original prisoners of war, or survivors of the Second World War, Nazi hunters, who were called the Avengers, who surreptitiously and secretly hunted Nazi war criminals after the Second World War. And a lot of the ones that escaped the trials, the Nuremberg trials, which they felt didn't go anywhere near far enough to get all the prime bastards who got away with either light sentencing or no sentencing at all. Anyway, so over many years they killed 2,283 German prisoners of war, primarily by poisoning them. And I didn't know that, and that feels like something I definitely should have known. That seems like a fact we should have been taught in school, right? Is that the same thing you have?
Same thing as I got, but yours is so much more better. Mine's move over, Marvel. After World War II, a group of Jewish assassins called the Avengers hunted Nazi war criminals after World War II. That's all mine says. Okay, so yours actually explains it more.
Well, a lot of the original. This is sort of. I'd heard some of this before, and I knew where to sort of search. But a lot of the original comic book artists in because Stan Lee and that, but like a lot of the original comic book artists were immigrants and survivors of the Holocaust or survivors of the Second World War, so they were heavily influenced by all that shit. So especially in the 50s and 60s, those comic books, they reflected that. So the Avengers was, I think, a direct sort of reaction to that. And I think the Avengers is a reasonable name to call a group of people who are avenging something, but it's I think that it was largely accepted that that's what it was inspired by. But yeah, I think it's just fucking cool. I'm just chuffed to bits. Kill the bastards. I mean, because what I've read of the Nuremberg trials, they a lot of bastards got away with a long or very light sentencing because they were like, we can't arrest all of Germany because an enormous number of them did so much evil shit. At some point, you're like, well, we can't hang the entire country, so we have to just get the top ups. But like, there's a lot of people like, well, no, you still did some nasty shit. You got to pay, and I don't know. It's like I get it, and I think it's pretty reasonable. So
I was kind of hoping that the Hulk was real. That'd be awesome.
yeah, he's just a Jewish guy.
Hulk smash!
He's just as hard, but he wears a yarmulke. That's basically the exact same thing. But no, crazy and commendable and pretty badass, right? So yeah,
That I think to be called the real Avengers. Yeah, that's got to be pretty awesome.
yeah. But hot topic at the moment.
Yeah.
I'll change the subject before we say something stupid or miss say something wrong. Let's just move on. Anyway, that was both of our facts, and I said yours. Do you want to do another one now, or should I do one, or what's?
Right, this one's really short. Then I'll tell you what. This will be like my last one.
Your last one. I think I got like 3 or 4 more.
Cool.
Actually, I got a bunch more.
See. So what's the name of this podcast?
Whiskey, Wine, and Wisdom.
George Washington opened a whiskey distillery after his presidency.
Good.
This is podcast based. It's
Yeah.
whiskey, isn't it? After leaving office, Washington opened a whiskey distillery that eventually became the largest in the country.
Sponsored by Washington Whiskey.
Goes down smooth.
Just like the Constitution.
Oh, which is good.
Yeah. That's funny, I'd hope. Okay, it's fine. Go on,
I just think every time a president comes out of presidency in America, maybe they should all start their own whiskey distilleries.
Yep.
And have a whisk off.
Yeah.
And then
totally.
see who's got the best one.
Or just fuck off and die. Maybe. I don't know. Maybe. Just in some cases. Maybe. Recent ones. But that's fine. It's fun. Although I'd quite like George W. Bush's I'm going to do crap paintings of dogs now. I think that's kind of wonderful that he went and did that. Like, I'm just going to paint these dogs. I'm going to paint these dogs. And they're just really bad paintings and everyone will buy them because I'm the president. And I'm like, that's just brilliant. And he's just like chuckling away, drawing. You've seen his paintings he did? Oh, they're dog shit. Literally. But no, it's great.
Worth.
It's good stuff. Okay. Are you all done?
I'm basically done.
I've got a bunch more. I'm going to just bang through them quick if that's all right.
Go.
Okay. Okay. In ancient Egypt, women would insert a paste made from crocodile dung into their vaginas as a natural contraceptive. And I assume the obvious thing here is that no one will go near them because their pussies stink of fucking alligator shit. So
Oh no.
crocodile shit. Sorry, crocodile. I misspecied an animal. But no, they would, and also they'd probably have a huge bacterial infection. They'd just be like septic vaginas. But yeah, because you're definitely not going to get pregnant. I mean, I assume if you have a screaming infection because you put crocodile poo up your punani.
Oh, what if you gave birth to a half human crocodile thing?
I don't think that's how pregnancy works.
No.
It's like smearing poo. I think you've misunderstood where babies come from.
I just think, right, so Jeff Goldblum, right?
I didn't know you'd say that. Go on.
Oh, yeah.
Wasn't ready for that. Go on.
Jeff
Sorry.
Goldblum, right? He got his special thingy with a fly. He turned into the fly. Okay?
I don't. Have you seen that film? Doesn't go that way.
I thought he does this. What? I can't. He does whatever his thing is. And there's a fly there as well. And and he does a.
He creates a teleporting machine and he teleports. He doesn't smear fly poo over his vagina. That's a different film.
Jeff Poon. No, I can't even go. But no, let's say it's not an actual, like, he doesn't have sex with a fly, and there's no flyman. But it's because there's an element of fly, and I'm sure if a crocodile does poop, there'll be an element of crocodile there as well. And then if male seed was to go along that way. Dude,
can I please shut this down, please?
It's a crocodile.
No, because you're just talking about weird cummy crocodile poo. I don't know what the fuck. It's just
a crocodile. He's a snappy dresser.
We should have started like this. This is where we should start, right? Damn it. Okay. Okay. All right. Lord Byron, famous British poet and politician. Lord Byron. When he moved, he used to stay in the dormitories at Cambridge. He was originally a student and was a teacher there. Anyway, he would live there, and he was told he couldn't bring his beloved dog. He was an avid animal lover, but he noticed they didn't say anything about bears. So he kept a tame bear brought to live with him on campus, and he was regularly known to take this bear for walks on the campus with a leash.
Okay.
He wasn't told he couldn't keep a bear. They said, you can't bring dogs. He's like, oh no. Didn't say anything about bears. And he just like, roar. Just...
What a way to one up something.
Yeah, he's like, because you can't have a bear. Where does it say that? Check the bylaws, bitch. Doesn't say anything about bears. You're like, oh, it says cats, says dogs, says guinea pigs. Ah, shit, he's got us here. Clive, look. And I was like, ah, fuck. Lord Byron's there with his fucking bear. Yeah, I mean, fair play.
Oh no.
All right, next one. Okay. Ancient Greeks used, I'm going to try this is a Greek word and I'm not very good with words.
Omega. Alpha.
No,
I'm done.
let me have some space, this is hard.
Okay.
Olisbokolikis,
Yeah.
which were dildos that they used to bake it out of bread. Ancient Greeks used olisbokolikis. Yeah, bread dildos, that's what they used to use.
Surely that would cause a yeast infection. You're welcome. You're not laughing out loud. But in your mind, you're like...
I'm laughing at you laughing, honestly. It's just like, you can't see, but James has gone full helmet purple now. Okay. Alright, cool. Bread dildos, moving on. Yeast infection. Excellent.
That's the yeast of their worries. I'm just... right. Who sponsored by bread? Stop. Okay. Yeah. Facts me.
Hovis. King Henry VIII of England had servants who were called his grooms of stool,
Oh no.
whose job was to wipe his bottom after he went to the bathroom. During his reign, he had all 4 of such people knighted.
Not shited?
You're very good right now. You're doing very well.
Sorry.
No, very... Yeah, but yeah. So, like, you know, they wiped his ass. He had his ass wipers. He had 4 of them.
But in all fairness, though, you've got to get there's got to be some sort of profit.
Well, they probably got paid. And, I mean, like, you're looking after the king. It's probably a good place to be. But, I mean, like, you think... I can't relate to that level of, like, he didn't wipe his own arse. That's almost like... I mean, you could be rich, powerful, famous, all these things, right? But when you don't wipe your own arse... I think you're at risk of being a bit disconnected from the common man. I just can't imagine. You know what I mean? It's something else. It's like
acceptable if you're a young child growing up and need to learn things, and then your parent will come and do that sort of thing. But when you get to an adult and you're I know.
Well, no, I mean, I'm not. Obviously, it's ridiculous. Obviously, it's an insane thing to do. But I'm just saying that he didn't wipe his own arse. That's mental. He had 4 people do it. And I mean, like, what if he has, like, a middle of the night shit? Have you got his like, Gary on standby? Sir Gary, quick, I need one. Like, I got the mad shots. Bring plenty of cloth. Or stones, or whatever the fuck, I don't know what he... But I assume he used wadded paper. But probably wasn't bloody charming, was it? It was, you know... but yeah... Nasty.
Would they have like, all 4 people at the same time?
No, I assume he has them in shifts, surely. Or maybe one retires And maybe like it's just maybe it wears you down. Maybe you've only got 20 years of that job, and you're like, I can't.
I don't think of that even for 20 years. And there's some things you can sort of get used to. Go, oh, this is horrible to start off with. I'm used to it now.
Well, what
20
if
years.
yeah, but what if you've I mean, literally a shit job. But then you go home and you've got a fucking mansion, and you're a knight. You're a sir. You're literally a sir.
Yeah.
You know. You come home and you're literally Sir Shit Stains, but still, you're Sir. You come home, your missus is like, "Do you have a good day?" He goes, No, it was curry night yesterday. It was. I mean,
they've had the green apple splatters. What's going on?
well, I mean, he famously didn't have a very good diet. He was a large, sweaty man. Anyway.
Yeah.
Ancient Asia. Death by elephant was a popular form of execution.
Oh, that sucks.
They were taught to slowly break bones, crush skulls, twist off limbs, or even execute people using large blades fitted to their tusks. In parts of Asia, this method of execution was still popular up until the late 19th century.
That sounds absolutely horrible.
Yeah, well, it's just execution. It's not nice, is it? But yeah, I mean, it was...
Why would they attach blades? This sounds awesome.
I mean, it does sound pretty metal, doesn't it?
An elephant with blades. It's like, Robot Wars, like Matilda from Robot Wars.
I would, if I saw that on an album cover, I'd get that album. I'm just saying, like, if I saw some fucking Manowar album, like, fucking hell, that elephant's got razor blade, like, and it's running through some poor bastard.
Elephant death face.
just blast beats and...
Elephant death face.
Dude, everyone...
Sorry.
So, apologies. Okay. look at that, right? I can see literally on the recording, James was just tapping the desk because he's a drummer and he can't help himself, right?
Sorry.
So everyone just lost their fucking eardrums.
Sorry.
Okay, but anyway, yeah, cool. I've got two more.
Go.
In 1644, English statesman Oliver Cromwell banned the eating of pie. He declared it a pagan form of pleasure. For 16 years in England, pie eating pie eating and making went underground until Restoration leaders lifted the ban in 1660. For 16 years, eating pie was illegal in this country. I mean, that's the most British thing in the world, isn't it, pie? And they were like, this is some pagan shit. This is some caveman shit. We don't want this in our country. You fuck off with your pies.
But that's
You have to go underground. You have to make sneaky pies.
Sneak
Are
pie.
you eating pie? No! Don't tell the police!
Quick, the police are coming. Put a stick. Who ate all the pies? Who ate... Oh no, they're killing it.
They probably had like sneaky like what's it speakeasies, but they were like, you know, bakeasies.
The easy bake ovens.
Easy bake oven. Yeah. Mrs. Pickens, have you got any pie? No, I would never sell pie. Meet me out the back. Like,
but I need my steak and kidney.
yeah.
I'm not had any steak and kidney for ages. I've only got chicken and mushroom. No.
It's some bullshit. It's mostly mushroom and just gravy. There's only tiny bits of chicken at the bottom. It's mostly air and crust. Bastards. Frey Benton, you prick. But no, yeah, pie's illegal. Who knew?
Dude.
Now you do. And so do all of you.
The more you know.
Last fact. While in power, Pope Gregory IX declared that cats were to be associated with the devil worship and had them exterminated. They were killed en masse across all of Europe. And some believe that the disappearance of those cats helped rats spread the bubonic plague because they weren't being hunted by cats. There was a huge rat wave, and that linked up with the Black Death. It killed millions of people in the 1300s. So Pope Gregory IX killed the cats, which led to a huge wave of rats spreading across Europe, spreading the Black Death, killing millions. And then everyone that survived got molested because the Catholic Church is the worst.
So you're not dying through poisoning, but
Yeah. You wish you had. Nasty. But yeah, interesting.
well, that just goes to show. Cats can be douches, they could be pricks, they can wreck your house, but don't kill them because they eat mice and stop plagues from happening.
I mean, it's people think that was the case. It probably made it worse though, because there would have been less rats if cats had been about. And you know, cats aren't actually satanic; they're just cats, you bellends. But yeah, Turns out, I think it's the thing. It's like if you're a pope, right? The whole point of the pope, well, it has to be infallible, right? They're by design they are infallible. So when they change their mind,
especially Gregory.
yeah, well that bell, right? So he banned them, and obviously they've since unbanned them because there are cats. So, doesn't that surely the whole thing falls apart? You know, if they're fallible and if they ever go oopsie even once, they're like, well, you're fallible. So the whole thing is, you know, it's predicated on this thing of like infallibility. I'm like, oh, wait a minute, you're just some guy in a dress. You have like a collection of hats and some silly shoes, but you're just a guy in a dress. I mean, you keep fucking up. You keep like, you know, they had National Hitler Day. They used to big up Hitler. They loved him. Anyway,
that's got to be a fact. I don't ever understand what he done, which is good. But then again, I've not done my research history.
Well, Hitler.
Yeah. What good did he ever bring?
Well, I mean, he did mostly bad things. I don't know if you know this, but he was kind of a bad guy.
Yeah, that's all I know is he's bad. I've not known of any good thing that he's done. It's not like he's bad. Oh, but he lowered pie tax. So
he did. I tell you what, the one good thing you could say, I'm not bigging up Hitler. The guy was a prick.
No.
I actually no. Let's just make it official. I don't want to make this clear, right? I'm very anti-Hitler, and me personally, and us as a conglomerate, I assume we're on the same page here.
100%. I'm anti anything to do with Hitler.
The Whiskey, Wine and Wisdom podcast advocates for not Hitler. We're very much pro not Hitler, but he did pull Germany out of or at least help pull Germany out of a large recession and make it... I mean, it's the thing. Germany was fucked, completely fucked. He took over, was it 33? And by 39, he declared war on the world. And it was... And like, as Norm Macdonald did a joke, but like, it was close. Like, the fact that like one country took on the world and it was even close, right? That's kind of shows you how well he did. like the fact that it should have been one country versus the world should have been a piece of piss. Well, it wasn't one country, obviously he had allies, but still, it was a lot of people attacking him, and he did pretty well. Really? It's pretty fascinating actually, but I mean, he was kind of a bit of a bell in many ways, and there's not a huge amount there's not many upsides. Fuck that guy. So yeah, there you go.
He's a prick. He's shit. I don't want to know, but he's bad. He's bad. He does bad things.
Yes.
He made a dip move.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. You get a free song there, guys. That'll be downloadable from iTunes later this week. As a ringtone. He's a prick. He fuck it.
If anyone wants any ringtone requests, message, and I will make you say, oh, I'd like this as a ringtone, and I'll just do it. I'm just gonna do it.
Next week, what's the theme next week? We'll decide now.
What, for ringtone?
No, for fucking the theme. Our topic's next week. What are we gonna be? I think history was too vague. We gotta be more specific.
What's about?
Go
on. Yeah.
Ballpark it. Just brainstorm.
All right.
Say a thing. 3, 2, 1. Say it.
Drummers.
No, it's too specific. Musicians, though. We could do music history. Or music.
Okay.
Yeah, music.
Yeah.
I'm going to shake your hand on music.
Yeah.
Music. Next week, topic will be music. Look forward to that.
Whiskey, Wine and Wisdom. Sponsored by music.
And XML. No.
Bye, love you.